Hello, Divine Feminines, and any Divine Masculines that are joining us too. This is your November read, at least between now and at the 11:11 portal. Before I pull some tarot for each side, I'm going to pull Soul Truth to see where you are right now. What risk can I take today? Be not mistaken, you will have to take bigger risks than you ever thought possible on this path towards your dreams. You will have to take the big, scary leap. But do not fret because your soul has wings. Today's soul action is what risk can you take to move toward your dreams? Make a decision and do it. No more thinking, only doing. Be brave and courageous, and you will discover what you are really made of. So that's the message, for the underlying message for you right now is whatever it is, be bold, be brave, take risks, have no fears. Let's pull a little bit on your energy and see kind of baseline of where you are. Then I'll pull on Divine Masculine. And then we will pull some shared energy cards and see if you're moving toward each other, away from each other. You know, if there are any blockages, what's going on. All right, let's see. What happens for you? All right, well, Divine Feminine, you've got Three of Cups. Three of Cups can go one of two ways. So we're going to have to pull clarifiers to see. You could either be celebrating right now, or you could, you're involved in a third-party situation, which is, this is coming up on your energy. So maybe some of you are currently in karmic relationships that need to be taken care of before you can move forward. It also looks like you have realized it's time to walk away from those karmic relationships. Eight of Cups is the card of walking away, knowing when it's time to leave, make the present become part of the past, because there's no more choices. The present situation is no longer working, and it is absolutely time to leave. And this one, remember I said this could go one of two ways. It could be celebration. It's not in this reading. Right now it is most definitely a third party, a karmic, because if you look here, see that guy in the background? Where is he? On the side, there he is. He can't, sorry for the reflection. Catches these two. So it's, you know, there's definitely some sort of a third party energy that you have to get rid of. And the Eight of Wands is fast forward motion, almost too fast. That means right now, once you realized that it was time to walk away, it was almost like with an insane quickness, like you can't get out of there fast enough. The Eight of Wands moves very, very slowly, forward motion, lots of times with a lot of communication too. So, I mean, hey, listen, in my world, it's fully lined up, so that makes perfect sense. Let's pull a little bit on Divine Masculine's energy now and see where they are. Oh, okay, I like that. The Emperor starting to figure out that we're coming into his Emperor power. Wheel of Fortune, because it's destined, it's fate. The universe said it is absolutely time. So far he's got 2 out of 3 cards are well, 2 out of the 3 were major arcanas. Major arcana cards are all about destiny and fate. The universe sets it up that way, whether you like it or not. It's time to move ahead and move forward with whatever the universe puts in your way. You kind of have to deal with it. Where the minor arcana cards are a little bit more about free will. So let's see. This is the energy a masculine is in. He's got that Emperor, which is... The Emperor embodies all 4 of the kings in the tarot deck. So it is when he is in his element. He is finally at a place where he's stable in every way, financially, mentally, emotionally, starting to try to come into this energy, if not already there. Because Wheel of Fortune is about cycles ending when they need to. It's about fate and destiny and things happening in divine timing. So the universe said, now is the time. Which means that, you know, and I know a lot of, in the recent energy, Divine Masculines were dealing with a lot of heavy burdens and different things. So hopefully by this time, it means they've started to put them down, which this card, 10 of Swords, tells me they were stabbed in the back and they had no choice. They knew that the only way to victory, 6 of Wands is all about victory and being able to celebrate and your winnings and boast that you got there because of everything you've been through. So after coming out of that 10 of swords, where they were definitely stabbed in the back, definitely could have been betrayal, could have been lies, whatever it was, things did not go as planned, and this was a very rough ending. So now let's clarify a little bit on each side, and then we'll pull some joint energy, okay? Let's clarify for your side, Divine Feminines. Tell me a little bit more about these cards here. Like I said, it looks like you're going through it and dissolving whatever's not working. Queen of Wands, yeah. You're ready to kind of party again. Not party. I mean, it could be going out and partying and is seeing your friends more and all of that, but I just mean like it's time to be happy again. It's time to, Queen of Wands is beautiful and excited and all the things that you hadn't felt in such a long time. Yeah, Four of Cups. This is that energy of stagnation. I think you were done and bored and just realizing that whatever was in front of you was absolutely not enough. This Three of Cups, which is the Three of Cups that are here. Notice that he's only paying attention to the Three of Cups. That Three of Cups is dwelling and focusing on that third party energy, which is not what you want anymore. What you're looking for is that cup of love. The Ace of Cups on its own in the tarot deck is a new beginning of love and emotional stability and new offerings that are what matches your energy and the energy you're in right now, or what you're ready for, what your soul is ready for. So this is, you were just, like I said, that situation just was stagnant, not serving any purpose anymore, and it was absolutely time to walk away. Let's see what else. Do we have anything else for Divine Feminine? The Moon, yeah. Lots of illusions. You were made to believe things that weren't true, that did not come to fruition. This is all kinds. It could be lies and deception. It could be just things that you, like I said, illusions, things that you thought were going to go one way and just didn't. But anything hidden, with under the moonlight comes out eventually. So everything finally came to the surface that was supposed to. And again, here's a major arcana card. So it tells me destiny was at play, and destiny said it was absolutely time for you to dissolve the illusion of, I think some of you might have been trying to make it look like this. Sometimes we try to preserve what we look like, even to the outside, to other people, just because we're trying to fool ourselves too into really believing that we are in a happier situation or better situation than we really are. And it was just time to let go of those illusions. All right, we're clarifying more now on the masculine side. Yeah, Five of Wands. Five of Wands is a lot of mental conflict. So this tells me that they were, looks like they were fighting some sort of addiction and some sort of toxicity. This is the constantly in their head fighting it. Either that or they're currently still fighting it if they haven't come through that energy yet. But the devil energy is being tied. And again, here's another major arcana card. So it was time to deal with it. But, whether they liked it or not, it was time to face the toxicity. Toxicity can come from, in any form. Could come from a relationship, from a bad job, from an actual addiction, anything, anything, the sex, drugs, the gambling, the alcohol, whatever was toxic in your life had to go. And this is the energy of, I feel, the masculine fighting this toxicity. So whether it was a karmic relationship they had to get out of, an addiction they had to get through, this is what they are currently dealing with right now. Tell me more about. I think it's the realization that in order to get, if they ever want that victory, here's major arcana card. Again, they have a lot of major arcana cards, which tells me whether they want to do the work or not, they don't have a choice. The universe said, here it is, and you're going to deal with it. Temperance is about alchemizing a situation and making it make sense, making it balanced in a way where you know what you give more to, where you take from, where it's about harmony. And it's also a time where I feel like you are finally starting to even realize what the masculines, I should say, are starting to finally realize what this connection is. This is when they're talking to their angels and trying to, ask for signs, or they're getting signs and trying to figure out what they mean, or even just starting to identify the fact that signs exist and synchronicities and what they all mean. And look at this. This kind of just went to like the middle and upright on its own. I don't even know how it landed. The sun. And ironically, I was teaching my friend's daughter today about how to read cards. She's trying to learn how to read cards, and I was giving her like a beginning and intro lesson. And it's funny because it was another deck, a different deck than I use here for readings that I had with me to teach her. And as I was just showing her how I shuffle and how I let the cards fall and whatever, the sun actually fell out, which is so weird because I remember thinking, oh my gosh, in all the readings that I did this month, I don't think the sun fell out at all, which is telling me that a lot of people are going through it because the sun is the happiest card in the deck. The sun is what illuminates and the illusions of the moon. And when you get the sun, it means everybody sees everything for what it is, and everything can grow and be nurtured and develop in the way that it's supposed to. The sun helps everything grow, right? And it's childlike, and it's happy, and it's exciting. And I remember just today, and I was like, I haven't seen the sun, and I wonder when the sun is going to come out soon, because there's some sort of cosmic shift. And out of nowhere today, I felt a very weird calm energy that I haven't felt in a while. My own personal life is excessively turbulent right now, in the thick of it, so I was just like waiting for the sun to appear, and boom, here it is. So strange. Tell me, what is let's see, what are we gonna pull? I feel like we need to see what's blocking. For those of you who are not in contact or not in connection right now, or separated somehow from your masculine, let's see what is what's causing the blockages right now. Tell me. Communication is what's blocking it. You got that Eight of Wands, which you had on your side before, Divine Feminine. So maybe that tells me because you have it on your side, so that tells me you're not afraid to communicate or move forward. I feel like it's coming from the masculine side, which means that they're not done dealing with all of this, between handling whatever the toxicity and the addiction is, but it's all happening on their end. I mean, Wheel of Fortune is here, Temperance is here. It tells me this is the time for them to be alchemizing their situation so that they can move forward and make it make sense, so that you have that equal energy. I can't believe that sun came out. It's so weird. I was literally today questioning that it hadn't come out in so long. It's absolutely communication that's blocking it. This is the ultimate card of communication in the deck. It's the Ace of Swords. This is new communication. It's an ace. It's a beginning. It's the sword of truth. It's the hearing whatever has to be said, whether you want to hear it or not. It's speaking in truth and from a very logical and thoughtful standpoint, not necessarily emotional, just kind of cutting through it. It's a double-edged sword, it has to be said, but you don't necessarily always want to hear what has to be said. So I feel like that's what's blocking it, is some truths maybe that are afraid to be told. It's that the Fool energy is what's missing. It's the fear of taking the leap of faith. But the fact that the Fool is here tells me those fools are in love. They just don't know how to communicate it. We've got two of the most major cards of communication, with the ultimate card of a new beginning. The Fool. He's the first card of the major arcana cards. He's the zero card. So he is starting the whole journey of the tarot. He's where it begins. So I think there must be some sort of a fear or something, a fear of communication. Maybe they're afraid of your response. Maybe they're afraid of how they'll sound. Maybe, every situation is going to be different, obviously. Tell me a little bit more about this blockage, and then we'll try to pull a little bit on the outcome, okay? Tell me more about what's blocking this connection right now. What is stopping it? Because the energy is ripe for... That's the one that came. That's upside down. What's this? We have the Eight of Cups. What's blocking it is, and it's not on your side because you had the Eight of Cups. Again, just like you had that Eight of Wands. And ironically, what's missing are the two eights, the 8-8. And 8-8 is the Lionsgate portal for the year, which is the number one time of year normally when that portal is the opening to the Lionsgate, is about lovers and twin flames connecting and all of that stuff. So ironically, you would get the two eights are what's missing, is them communicating and being ready to walk away from their situation. So they may not have fully walked away or are not in that energy yet of knowing that they are capable of it. Let's see now. Let's pull on what comes for November. Do the divine feminines get this communication that they're waiting on? Or, it looks like you have just come out of all of that kind of energy. So maybe on your end, you need a little bit of healing time too, while they're kind of getting their shit in order on their side. What comes for November? Let's see. The Six of Cups. If you've ever listened to my any other readings, and if Six of Cups has ever come up before, Six of Cups is my twin flame card. That is a card of nostalgia, and nostalgia of long past, like past lives. It's not just, past it here. It's the nostalgia of, it's the memories, that feeling, that instant recognition, that feeling of knowing that the minute you meet someone, or you've known them before, that you've been there with them, it's exactly how you feel the minute you meet this person. It's that instant, the eye lock, and you just know, like, why do I know you? And then, the realization may not happen in that moment, but the connection and the spark happens in that moment, and you don't forget that. And I think, especially for the masculines, some of them may only just be starting to realize this, and realize that where they are is a karmic situation, because it could never compare to something like this, because this is the card of having tons of nostalgia, which means that you're thinking about each other constantly. The reason they're always in your head is because you're always in their head. It's just quantum physics, baby. It's just the way it works. It's not, I don't make the rules. I just know them. King of Wands. Yeah, the King of Wands is passionate and fiery, and he's loyal, and he is ready. Look at him. He's stands his ground. He's got the lion behind him. He's got his wand that ready, and and that wand burns for you. I got to tell you, he finds you hot, 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 and same you for him, because when the King of Wands is hot, and he has passion for you too. So if this is the combined energy, you find each other extremely sexy, I'll tell you that. So let's see. What is part of this outcome? This tells me that the thoughts and the feelings are there. The problem is, while that is typically an action card, it's not necessarily a forward motion card. It's not like it was the Page of Wands or the Knight of Wands. It's the King of Wands, which is a different kind of energy. So it's not necessarily forward, movement. Queen of Cups is in love. Queen of Cups is nurturing, motherly, divine kind of energy. She has the love for everybody. She knows how to give love. She knows how to receive love. She is the embodiment of love. So, I mean, there isn't a much deeper love and passion here in a combined energy or in an outcome energy than the twin flame card, the the card of ultimate love and the card of extreme passion. I got to tell you, that's a pretty fiery combo. And I think, like I said, people are just starting to wake up to these kind of connections. And because they're feeling left out in the cold from their soul is starting to recognize that they feel left, that they're alone. You could be in a relationship and feel lonely. You could be alone and feel lonely. It doesn't matter. It's that feeling of such extreme sadness and such a deep soul loss without each other. And it doesn't even matter how close you are, how long it's been. Some of you may have been with this person for years. Some of you may be on and off. Some of you may have been a, brief, fiery encounter. A thousand different ways this could have went. It doesn't matter. The soul knows. It could have been 2 minutes. It could be 2 decades. The soul doesn't understand time because you've known each other before. The soul already feels the lifetimes together, so it doesn't matter the actual time. It's a heartbroken soul feeling. So you may have not seen this person for a while. You may be without them for a week. You may be without them for a decade. It's just that 8 of Swords. It is a full mental imprisonment that it's being locked into that mentally constantly. And it's the only way to break free is where everybody does the work here. And it looks like this month you're starting to head there. I don't know that I necessarily see a lot of communication happening this month. It could. The potential is there because the work is happening on both sides. And if it does, it needs to happen. Like I said, you have that ultimate sort of truth, which tells me the community and that, that the fool. So it tells me that if the fool takes the leap and communicates, it ends beautifully. Like everybody wins. It's just a matter of when are they going to be ready to walk away. You have to finish healing over here from those, illusions and delusions that you were under. And it's go back into that, Queen of Wands energy, which matches your King of Wands here. It's ultimately what you both want. Does that mean it's easy? Does that mean just because in the 5D it's perfect, that in the 3D it's going to work out like that? Absolutely not. Real life and humans, and it's not easy like that. There's lots of obstacles. You're all going to have different obstacles, whether it be children, exes, whatever the issue is. There's a lot of them that you're all going to be facing, but it looks like they know that they know, at least are at the point of recognizing that they have to walk away from whatever is toxic and not serving them anymore if they want their ultimate happiness. There's no other way around it. They have, the sun has illuminated all of the illusions for everybody. Nobody's under any illusions anymore. Everybody has realized what this connection is. They have realized what their karmic connection is. And now it's a matter of everybody putting the work in. I feel like you're a little bit more ahead of the game than they are. They're just processing it, I think, a little bit differently. I think they're a little afraid to communicate because, like I said, you have it on your side, but they don't have it on theirs, which tells me you'd be ready for a conversation. They're just afraid of the conversation still. For whatever reason, like I said, they may be afraid to approach you. They may not know if you feel the same. They may not know if you feel anything at all. They may not know how you'll take to them. They may think you'll tell them to go fuck themselves. Who knows? The point is they have realized it though. Now it's a matter of, are they going to take action? Like I said, for a lot of you, maybe not, the action may not come in November, but the fact that the realizations are there when they hadn't been there for so long. And like I said, some of you may be dealing with this for years at this point. So the fact that the realization happened for them is a huge step forward. So we have to appreciate how how far we get. I hope you guys have a good November. It looks like you guys are healing and heading into a good space, coming out of the bad karmic relationships and moving forward quickly. So you're going to end up in a good space very quickly. Their stuff's a little tougher, I think, right now. I feel like because this is hitting them right now, in the middle of life hitting them, I think it's like double whammy for them. So it's a little bit harder for them to get out of. But the feelings are there. You cannot deny the shared energy of the passion and the love and the excitement and the desire to, the extreme amounts of desire and soul recognition. So you can't deny any of that. So I feel like the only next logical step after that would be union at some point. So we're heading in the right direction. I'll see you again around the portal. Energy right now is changing so fast that literally within the next 2 weeks, for all I know, some of you could have gone from no communication to engaged. God knows. We'll see when we get to the portal. But this energy from having that Eight of Wands twice tells me that this energy is moving fast. Everything is changing quickly for everybody. The movement, the shifts, it's happening. There's no other way. Fate, destiny, the cosmos are working in your favor right now. So take advantage. Focus on you. Continue what you've been doing. And everybody's going to catch up to everybody. They're just a little bit delayed from where you are right now. But like I said, the realizations are hitting them. And it's hitting them hard. And give them a minute. Remember how you felt when it all smacked you in the face? Some of us didn't want to have to admit it. Some, people going through different things in their life, or you can't even fathom that this is happening or who it is, or you're like, what? How'd that happen? That doesn't even make sense. But it does. The universe said it absolutely does. And you get the signs all day long. Like I said, you can't be in their head all day if they're not in yours. That's not the way it works. Enjoy your November. You're gonna come out real. I have a funny feeling that the next few reads we're gonna see more of energies like the sun and things like that. Don't worry, your emperor is figuring out that he's the emperor, and he's gonna make the right choices eventually. He has to. The universe is just gonna keep smacking him around a little bit until he does. So we'll see you soon again. Like I said, probably around the 11/11 portal, because I have a feeling by then lots of stuff is going to shift. So enjoy. I'll see you soon.